Hey guys, Joe here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft on the RiffRaft server. Today, we are... Oh, is it turning daytime? Oh, dang. It's kind of disappointing. I was hoping it's turning night. Real quick, as you can see over here, when I walk back and forth, it kind of looks like glitter on the ground. I torched up the entire area over here. That looks kind of like glitter, or it's like airport runway lights, in my opinion. Kind of how they flash on and off, depending on the render. Anyways, welcome back to another episode. Today, I have a plan. I'm not just willy-nilly fudging it around. I actually know what I'm gonna do today. And I did off-camera work where I gathered freak, I didn't gather everything I needed. Damn it. But that's pretty simple to get. Real quick, before the episode starts, I want to go show you the update to the throne room. So, I remember last episode, we worked on that. I said maybe I'd work on it a little bit more off camera if I had the patience. Well, the shortness of the throne room really did bother me, so I went out and got all the TNT that I needed, which was, man, rendering is weird, which was quite frankly quite annoying. But I think it was an okay decision, because now the throne room looks so much cooler. It sort of intersects with the, I had to, real quick, I had the light up here, so, monsters wouldn't spawn and skeletons wouldn't spawn and shoot me off. Now, falling down there actually feels like a threat. Mainly because there's a lot of creepers down there. But, yeah, as of right now, I still don't have the King Joe head, because, Reese is currently out of town for the next, day and a half, so, and he has it on him, I'm pretty sure. So, I unfortunately can't put the King Joe head on yet, but I like how much longer this is. This is kind of how I imagined it when I first, pictured this room. Honestly, I kind of expected it double the size, this half up to the throne, back two, but honestly, I don't have the time. Maybe that can be one of the final touches that I add in the after the server's over. But as of now, I'm, thoroughly happy with this. I had to disconstruct the throne and move it, but that wasn't too bad of an issue. But today we are going to be working on the residential district. Finally, a thing with the residential district that I had a big problem with was not really feeling creative and inspired in the build type that I was going for. But as of late, I'm gonna run over here into the desert and get some sand because I need glass. As of late, a while back, a couple days ago, Chris sent me a video of this kid that, well, not kid, no, he's not a kid, this young adult teenager guy who is in his a second year of college, and he wanted to move out to his parents' house, so he built a little house inside of a school bus he purchased. Well, apparently there are these things called tiny homes. I was not I didn't know tiny homes existed. But ever since then, I've been looking at videos online of tiny homes, and I just think tiny homes are the coolest thing. It's just people build these homes that literally just have enough, oh, that's plenty of glass, just have enough, space for what they need, and that's it. Because nowadays, people live in excess, we have so many more things than we really need. Things are nice, I'm not, bashing it. I'm a person who has things, I enjoy things, but, we do live with a lot more things that we probably do need. We could live with less. We don't want to, but we could. So these houses are kind of very minimalistic. They're not very big, and the details aren't very rich in them, but I think they're really, really nice from what I've designed. I've sort of designed one thing that, one, style of house, and it's going to be the exact same house, carbon copied, but with different colors of wood. So it's going to be the same house, copied and pasted. Well, not copy and pasted, but copied, rebuilt a little bit over in a different color. I think that's going to add a little charming look to it, and I add some details around the house, so hopefully those will look good. Since I was an idiot and completely forgot to, smelt this glass before the episode started, I'm going to go ahead and smelt some of this glass up, and then I will come back to you guys when I have it all smelted. So, see you guys in a little bit. Alright, I'm back, and just to give a little close-up of the torch situation, I got tired of mobs spawning down here, so now I can work at night pretty much any time. I lit it up all over here. I didn't light up much of this cliffside, but I also lit up here a little bit, and down over here in the peasant area. So it should be lit up enough. that monsters don't spawn a lot. But when they do spawn, they're going to spawn in some hefty quantities. So it's kind of a trade-off. But anyways, to start the build, I really do like the whole tiny house thing. It's kind of unconventional. I will admit. Oh, well, that didn't go there. It's kind of unconventional. I'll admit that. But I dig the whole like tiny house movement. I don't know if I'd ever live in a tiny house, but I'd love to build one. I definitely like to build one. I think those are normal blocks, so I'm gonna go ahead and place that there. I will go ahead and go into my creative world after this and just correct any mistakes that I might make. But yeah, so hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Because it is Shamrock Shake season. I am a person who doesn't necessarily, I don't dislike sugar. I'm just more of a savory over sweet kind of guy. I like, salt-based foods. They're really good. I like salt-based foods. Those are my preferreds. But I'll have sweet things in moderation. I mean, I really like pop. Lately, I've been going without pop because, pop's unhealthy and, life choices to make you live longer. I'll have the occasional soda here and there, but I'm nowhere near as, pop crazy as I used to be back when I was a boy. But, I usually don't eat sweets or, intake sweets. Like I said, pop is one of those things I can, do all the time. But the one time of year that, I love sweets is Shamrock Shake season. Because, like I said, I love sweets. Or I don't love sweets, but I love Shamrock Shakes. They are my absolute favorite. And they're just so delicious and tasty, and it makes me happy inside just thinking about it. From the day that it came out where I am, and now, I've had... Okay, let me put it into perspective. They came out... today is Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday. And the day before that was Tuesday. So they came out, Tuesday. I had one Tuesday. Two Tuesday, because I work for McDonald's. So, every time I work, I can, have a meal. So I had one or two on Tuesday, the day that I found out that they were here. And I had... one yesterday. Boy, are they good. But, honestly, out of all the things in the world, that's, my number one comfort food. And I appreciate it so much more because they are seasonal. You don't even understand, Okay, so think about how the internet reacts to, white girls in Starbucks. That is, my sort of, predicament when it comes to, oh, that was a... Oops. Blocks go there. Is kind of my situation with, things. That is my, oh my god, I can't wait to have some OMG TTYL. I am really happy. That's my food. Those goes upside down. Those are the wrong place. Oh, well, that sucked. Let's place a torch in here so a monster doesn't spawn. But yeah, so essentially, let's get back to what I'm actually doing in terms of the build. What I'm doing is kind of a small, little nice, kind of quaint building idea. Mainly, I guess the kind of inspiration in this is, like I said, minimalism. Let's see what a Minecraft player would really need to survive in a house. And that's what I'm going to give all of these houses. So, you need, in a house, you need a place to sleep, because beds are a thing now. You need B, storage, furnace space. Furnace space is very important, because you don't want to be able to not smelt your things. And I'm trying to think these aren't the poor people. I think they're more middle class. I'll probably build more fancy houses over there, just because. And those can have fancier homes, like I said. So they won't need just the bare essentials. But these houses, they're not poor, but they're middle class, so they don't have a lot. But what they do have is, the necessities, but they're comfortable. So that's kind of the you know, the feeling I'm trying to get with these is that they're nothing like overwhelmingly fancy, but these are, you know, the nice, you know, oh, I can live comfortably houses. These are the ones I really enjoy doing. I need some more wood. Who knew that oak wood would be the one? No, crap. Who knew oak wood would be the one that I would have such trouble with? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a feeling like this build is off, but at the same time, 3, 4, 5. I feel like this is accurate. I'm gonna have to look into it, but I think this is right. What bothers me is just like, Actually, I'll go look into it real quick. Let me quickly knock down the staircase. Let me go look at that build real quick, and I'll be right back. I have located my mistake. The thing about my builds is, a lot of the times back in the day, I'd usually like keep a picture up so I could build on camera, but then I realized that it's not such a good idea. So now sort of my daily format when it comes to like building on camera is just like I'll build one thing, or not one thing, but I'll like progressively work on it, talk about what I want to talk about, and then, you know, work off camera. I tried, since this is small, I figured I could try to do as much as I can on camera, and I tried to memorize as best as I could, but obviously I forgot that these don't exist. So that is the mistake in this build. I was right. The thing about these, this was the telltale sign, because I knew these wood pillars, I guess, were only supposed to be 5 blocks long. That's how I knew it was wrong. This is inaccurate, so I'm going to take all of this down. Because you are not right. You do not belong, and you should just go away. So now I can rebuild right here real quick. Nope, that's a norm. No, it's glass. That, oh, too bad I wasted that. I also wasted the sea lanterns that I used last episode to like light up the area. Didn't quite like, there's still new blocks, so I don't have like a full understanding of them. And unfortunately, I didn't realize that that I'd need silk touch to get them. Another thing that I am without is stone stairs, or cobblestone stairs. I need them for the roof. So far, I think it's coming together really nicely. I say that because I already know how it looks. But lately, I've been having like the feeling that I want to start a second channel. Not like a, you know, oh, let's move on over there and leave this one behind. But like, the thing is, like, I am very passionate about gaming. I love gaming. I love not voice cracks, even though they do tend to happen quite a bit to me. I love gaming, and I love the aspect of recording and showing off and just sharing the experience of gaming. But at the same time, there are other things that I'm very passionate about. That was that? Okay. I thought I grabbed moss stone stairs for some reason, or slabs. There are other things that I'm very passionate about, such as comic books. I love comics. I love comic book movies. I love, you know, Doctor Who, The Walking Dead. There are things that I'm very, very nerdy about. So nerdy, in fact, that I wanted to start a channel to talk like specifically about them. Kind of like, you know, like there are channels online that are like comic book channels. The comic book channel off the top of my head, Variant, Comics Explained. You know, Nerd Sync Productions, Comic Story, and TV Little House. Like, these are channels that I really, really enjoy because they're, you know, strictly comic books. I don't want to start a strictly comic book channel by like any means, because, you know, I like comic books. I thoroughly enjoy them, but I'm not the most educated on them. I talk about the ones that I care about. So basically, I didn't start the channel, but I made it. So far, what it's called is like Nerd Out Productions, and the thing about it is, like, I really wanted to start it, and I worked hard to get a video out this week, but then I realized, like, I'd really like to do that channel. I really would, but this kind of, like, this channel comes first, because this is what I, you know, I'm more so devoted to this one, because this is, like, you know, I guess I enjoy this one more, because I'm not saying I'm a lazy person, but the other one would take a lot more work. It would take time to script, and, you know, like, edit together, like, I'd have to, you know, make a bunch of pictures for, like, you know, get footage, stuff like that. These videos aren't easy to make, but they're a lot more, they're, I don't know, I'm more, you know, motivated to work on these, because they're a lot quicker when they come out. They're not, like, a super, you know, quick process by any means. Like, it takes time to, you know, record, render. My computer's not that good and kind of old, so when I render out a video, then I better be prepared to render out a video, because that's what my computer is going to be doing for the next hour. And, like, after that, like, I have to, like, play Xbox or watch TV or, listen to a podcast. Like, I have to do things like that while my videos are rendering, because, can't do anything else when they are. So there's definitely devotion of time to it. It's just the other one is, like, I tried to do one about the season, or the mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead. But I kind of realized reviews aren't necessarily my thing, or at least I'm not very good at them. That was kind of what I was aiming for, but, I was having a real hard time doing it. And the amount of time it took to do, because of my work schedule this week, it was really quite difficult. I might start trying to do some maybe next week, but the thing is, like, the way my work schedule goes, typically, let me fill this in just because it's really bothering me, I work one week where I get, several days of work, and then I work another week where I maybe work one day, and the rest is just, like, extended weekend. I like those weeks because they're very productive. If you'd see, like, the difference between this week and last week, I got, after this goes up, maybe 4 videos out this week. I think that's it. Maybe an Isaac one tomorrow if I'm feeling it. Versus last week where there was an Isaac video every day, and then Monday and Friday were RiffRaft. Don't Starve was on Tuesday and Thursday. Was it on Tuesday and Thursday? I'm not sure. What went up on Monday or Wednesday? I don't remember. But I had several videos go out, like a bunch go out last week, because I had a lot more free time. I was a lot more motivated, and I need trap hooks, so I'm gonna go get those real quick. But yeah, I have a lot more time, so really what it comes down to is it kind of just, like, I'm not meaning to, like, just make this an entire episode where I just complain, but it's like, man, I'm a teenager, so, I gotta, I've gotta spend my time being a teenager and doing what I gotta do. And I'm lucky right now that, most of my paycheck goes to me. I don't have a car, I don't have to pay bills yet, I don't have to, like, pay my phone bill. My mom still helps me out with that. I'm not spoiled by any means, like, I don't get a lot of things, but, excuse me for that weird cut. My dad came down and knocked at my door, so I had to stop talking. But I guess what I'm kind of trying to get at is, like, I'm just kind of, I thought about it in between that, like, 1 second that, I wasn't recording. I guess what it essentially comes down to, I need a tripwire hook, 'cause that was why I came up here. Don't get sidelined. I guess what it comes down to is I'm just kind of creatively frustrated. That's not how it goes? How make? Is this how make? Is this how make? How make? Like I said, I think I'm just kind of, like, creatively frustrated. Primarily just because there's a lot of things that I'd like to do, and so little time to do it. It sounds so, like, of me. Like, it sounds like I'm really complaining. I guess I kind of am complaining, but it's one of those things that just kind of irks me. Because I feel like I'm a very creative person. Like, I have a job, and I go do it. I'd like to think I'm fairly decent at it. And it's not a difficult job, but it's one of those jobs that's, like, you have to devote a lot of, like, it's kind of frustrating. It's, like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to put it into words. I know what I'm trying to say, but I'm just butchering it. But it's a job that it's very repetitive, and I can try to also focus on other things when I'm, not, too busy. Okay, I was wondering where all my iron was. So it's one of those things where I can, focus. And when I'm at work, I am, of course, 100% devoted to my actual work. And then, at the same time, I'm sitting there brainstorming. I'm like, well, what are things I could do? I have, like, so many ideas. Like, recording this episode and making these houses, although I already knew that I was going to do this, like, this is one of those things that I thought about today at work, because I worked earlier in the day. And, like, I thought about doing this. I was like, okay, I want to record this RiffRaft episode. What am I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, well, I can talk about Shamrock Shakes, and I can talk about, my other channel that I'd like to start. And then I have this side project with my friends that we're working really diligently on to try to get into, like, pre-production. Like, I guess they're kind of in pre-production, but, like, that we're working very diligently on to get into, production. And that costs money, and I'm trying to think of, like, okay, well, we need, advancements in story for that to, work, so I'm sitting there brainstorming ideas for episodes and stuff like that. So, that's a part of my job. And then I have ideas for the machinimas that I work on with Reese. So it's a very, very complicated process of, being there. And I also thought of another series that I might do on this channel if I, feel the need. The need for tweed. Not the need for tweed. I don't need tweed. Not too badly, anyways. But like I said, I'm very creatively frustrated because there's so many things that I want to create. I don't know how to make trap chests. What the hell? Maybe it's... Wait. Is it next to it? It's so dumb. It should go under, but okay. But like I said, I'm very creatively frustrated. There's so many things that I want to make with so little time to do them. Or, yeah, basically, like, as much as I was kind of spoiled to the extent that up until, the last maybe 6 to 8 months, I spent a great majority of my time at home doing nothing. I didn't have a job, I didn't go to public school, I didn't really have priorities. I'd hang out with my friends, and then I'd be at home doing whatever I wanted to do. I was kind of living the life for a small amount of time there, and I do quite miss it, just because, who wouldn't? Like, I really enjoy living on my schedule, being my boss, working on times that work for me. It was really convenient, and I had time to do things, although I, kind of squandered it off, and it's one of those things where, like, you don't know what you have until it's gone. Very much so. Like, I kind of took it for granted, and now that I don't have it now, it's just kind of frustrating. But, I don't have a million hours in the day. Like, I have maybe 60,000 hours, figuratively. Like, I have a lot of time, but it depends on, do I have to go to work today? Do I have to, help my mom? Do I have to have a doctor's appointment? And then on weeks that I don't have anything, I can be super creative, and I can be really productive and get things done. But then there's the down week. It's just such a frustrating process because, oh man, I long to make things, and I'm a very creative person. I like to make things. I like to do things that make other people happy. I like doing things that make me happy. And it's really, really hard to do when you've got to conform to the man. It's a terrible accent, but it's kind of essentially the truth. It's like, up until now, life starting was a very, very terrifying prospect to me. I was very, very terrified of life. I didn't want the responsibility of, like, bills and paying for things on my own and, like, taking away my free time. And now that I'm living on it, it kind of, like, it's one of those things that I was a very strong pessimist for several months, and my friends were getting really bothered with me just because it was so annoying, and I apologize greatly for that. And they're kind of like, see, it's not that bad. I'm like, yeah, it's that bad. It's, like, the thing about it is everybody kind of assured me that as soon as, like life took over, it wouldn't be as bad as I thought. But the thing is, it is as bad as I thought. I'm just better at handling it I'm better at handling it than I thought I would be. So it's like, I don't know. Life is weird, guys. I got the, talking portion of this episode out of the way, because that's what, like, 50% of these episodes are. I'm going to go ahead and finish this so I can show you what this is supposed to look like, and then I'll work a little bit more on the replicants. So I will see you guys in a second. This is just a prime example of what I was talking about earlier with the, how lighting the other side is really going to make everything else more mob intensive. I've never seen so many creepers together in one, unlit space that wasn't, like, underground. It's kind of ridiculous, man. I really need to get over on this side and light things up too, but, torches and lighting everything up is... it's just kind of a hassle, and I guess to that extent I am kind of lazy. But thank God I created this. That makes me really happy. Nope, that is the mutton sheep, so I need to come over here and shear you bad boys, because I need beds. So let's get as much wool as I can from these fellas. It's just kind of ironic that they're red, and the beds in this game are red. I didn't plan that. Kind of one of those things I just noticed. But I need it for beds. It's like the last finishing touches on these houses, or on this house, because I've only done one so far. It's kind of the last touch on it that I need before I can, okay, these guys are just eating their, sheep. Okay, yeah, I don't need to do this any longer. I got more than enough. You're bothering me, though. Come on, let's just get them all sheared. Stay gone. Yay. Okay, I sheared them all. Screw you, man. Anyways, I have enough for the beds. I didn't really, because, like I said, oh my god, see how many mobs? Let me take care of this witch real quick, and then it's just gonna be a mad dash. Alright, let's just, let's take the long way home. Yeah, like I said, I build my things in Creative Worlds first, because, the thing about other people is they can play around in camera, and people don't mind. So, my thing is I don't like playing around on camera because I'm really quiet. Like, I don't have the skill to, like, oh, well, does this work? Does this work? I'm not really feeling it. So I always, play around off camera, see what works, see what doesn't. And I didn't realize, because you have everything you need in creative, but I didn't realize how, like, resource intensive this was. I mean, you have, the wood for at least this one specifically, because you need the wood for this, and then you need the wood for the stairs, and then you need glass, and then you need cobblestone for that. Oh, but you also need cobblestone for that amount of chests. Oh, God. And the trap chests that make up the floors and upstairs, you need tripwire hooks for them. Man, just kind of ridiculous when I really, like, put it into perspective. Is like, I didn't expect this at all. But really quickly, let me go ahead and get this. What blocks don't matter? I guess dirt. I wish you could just place beds on whatever. I need to make beds first. That would be a smart idea. Make a bed, Joe. Sorry for that high-pitched whistle. I just kind of sucked in my air and I whistled. So now I can place that back down. Because, see, I really like this design. I also need 6 pieces of oak. And I'm going to have 2 left over. So let's make a stick. I want this for the door. Oh, it made 3. Oh, man. I mean, thank you for the extra doors, but it's kind of wasteful in terms of I don't need that many doors. I also need all these things I forgot I needed. Trapped thing, and a crap ton of buttons. A crap ton. Bam, bam. I like rivets. I like using buttons as... Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my god, did you... Did you wander in from outside, or did you spawn? Animals haven't spawned inside the castle walls in forever. Oh man, this is a day to rejoice. Oh man, I want to save you. Oh man, this is really off topic from what I originally planned on this episode being, but you're a godsend, man. Come on. Just stay inside the wool box. I know that's kind of ridiculous considering you just came in. And I'm sorry. But you are such a beautiful creature, and I don't want you to get, hurt. So let's quickly get up these corners, because I don't need them. Oh, man, please, please, please stay. Thank you. I will, immediately get back to the build. I apologize, but like I said, man, people, sheep, animals, livestock haven't spawned inside the city walls in forever. He very well could have just come in from the outside, but still, it's like, that guy's special. Let me go put all this stuff, because, like, now my inventory is just kind of jam-packed. So many materials. It's kind of, material-intensive builds are nice, because they look pretty, but at the same time, if inventory space could be bigger, it would make a world of difference. I'm going to put everything in here that I don't need immediately. And then let's grab this, because I will need that. But yeah, so this is pretty much the final product of one of the houses. I'm kind of, on the fence, about the doors. I kind of like each one of them having a door similar to their wood type, but I guess we'll kind of see when it comes down to each individual thing. I don't know where dirt's coming from. But, so yeah, there's, furnaces. I guess you don't really need furnaces there. Maybe I'll cheap out and do cobblestone elsewhere. I guess you can access that one kind of. And furnaces up top. And then, of course, you need workbenches. I was going to do an anvil here, but again, resource intensive. I don't want to waste iron blocks. And then you come up here, and there's some more storage space. So it's actually fairly nice. You'd think that maybe families wouldn't live here, but if a family was here, maybe they could put a bed up here. It doesn't really matter. In terms of, like, it's basically everything you need. You have storage in the ground, storage up above, plenty of furnaces, and a workbench. That's all you really need to survive. An enchantment table. There's an enchantment table up there. Is there? Where do I enchant things? I remember adding an enchantment table. I don't remember where I enchant things. Oh yeah, it's down in the under room of the storage area. So basically what it comes down to is this building is fairly simple because it is a tiny house. When I build things like this with pillars on the outside, I never count these as blocks in my head. So let's see how many I can build over. Let's just try 4 for now. Let's try 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's go up a few. See that? So it's 4 blocks, then 3, and then 4 more. So it's a pretty basic square shape. Can I fit more in here, to be honest? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I guess these two can be on the same level. Bam, 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 bam. And then 3, you know, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I like that this guy can be, you know, even with that, but for, that moves it up 2. Now if I move over 4, I move it up 2. Does that move it up 2? It does move it up 2. That actually worked out really well in terms of accidental placement. I didn't even mean to do it. I guess that did move up 2. So that moves up 2 to the front of this building. I'm going to get over here. That moves up 2 to the front of this building. I'm going to go over here. That moves up 2 to the front of this building. So that's pretty good. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and build these because we're already kind of running really long on time. So let me build these houses, and then I'll show you the kind of like final effects that I was planning on adding. So see you guys in a second. Okay, so I kind of went a little overboard on my decorating. Not to mention, while I was busy, I created this. I got tired of running and taking fall damage down the hill. Plus, it kind of figured that, you know, the citizens of the kingdom probably wouldn't, you know, want to jump down a mountain every single time they want to get down here. So I made a stairway going down into the little residential area. And this is what I came out with. So I made a street. Kind of a street. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't know. No. Let's make this a bit wider. I'm out of andesite and gravel, so can't. Well, really bad lag spike there. So I can't fix it in the current moment. But yeah. So this is what the houses looked like. I'm really satisfied with them. This birch one really kind of stands out when you look at it. It doesn't exactly fit, but it's not a bad looking house at all. And it's kind of a nice little thing where it's just like each house is a different wood color. I was gonna do acacia, but orange is just such a strange color. Like, I don't really see acacia working out. I might do the exact same thing on this side. I'd kind of like to, actually. I feel like that'd be kind of a nice thing where, you know, a row of houses and a row of houses, and I can start working over here. I think there's plenty of room that I could do this again. That'd be a complete off-camera thing, though, so if I decide to do that, then I will for sure let you guys know. But, yeah, this is what it came down to, and this is, like I said before, this is very resource-intensive with all of the trapped chests that I needed. But, yeah, so this is how it turned out. Actually thoroughly happy with it. Got into a kind of a groove. The only thing that's weird is this door. I'm not really sure how I feel about the spruce doors, but I guess it kind of works for like the medieval feel. I guess maybe I should probably go and change that to every single one of them. Maybe, yeah. We'll see. But anyways, that's about it for today, guys. This episode ran kind of long, I think. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can come back. I'll try to post these as frequently as possible. And until next time, I'm Joe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.